For one time a week for a period of a year, I worked with those 8 women, and I learned a lot. I learned about breast size, I learned about knee pain and chafing thighs. I learned a lot because they were able to articulate to me what's happening with their bodies. A year later was when I got into this idea with at NYU has a Gallatin program of individualized study where I was able to create the program Plus Size Exercise by putting all the pieces together, the choreography, the anatomy, the psychology, the structure of the program, and this was the foundation for the work that we're going to do today. What's missing to me is they're going over here and doing the physical work, and then they come home and they're not clear how to apply it. And what I'm trying to do is bridge these two together for you. Okay, so I'm all for that if it's a go, no-go especially. But when the trainer or you is teaching the quad strength or the glute strength or the tricep, I mean, I'm making this up, I'm sure, tricep dips or whatever, this exercise, Susie, is going to help you get off that toilet by pushing down. This exercise, Susie, is going to help you get a little more strength through the legs so the knees aren't working when you come off the toilet. Okay, that's the languaging I'm talking about. Does that clarify that for you? Yeah. And when people feel that you're holding a safe space where it can be all about them, you cannot believe what's going to come from that. It's going to definitely be from the inside coming out because they haven't been held that way. And I say held, I'm talking like you say, held in a space where it was safe to be the person that they are. You know, I was talking about the women in the tutus last week on the wellness weekend. Just holding that safe space where it's all about them allowed them. These are, most of my clients, I'm going to say, are 35 to 65. So my oldest ballerina was 65 years old last week. Right? When was the last time this person felt the freedom to just be herself? And I'm crowns and tutus. So that's what your expertise is, and this is how you will override anything that might be coming towards you. So keep her back to here, and then all of a sudden the right muscle comes into play. So you're moving, these tiny steps is what's going to help that person get connected. Remember, if you take that 250-pound person and put them on a treadmill, what makes you think they're going to come back next week? Okay? This, I believe, is going to have a much better adherence rate because the person is feeling at a very small, doable way how to connect with her body. The nurse that's getting the blood pressure, why not have that person sit up and find this? Could you do me a favor so that the body's working the best that it can work? Let me have you, can you try sitting this? Is the weight equal? Now, time, I understand, might be an issue, but even if you had them find their feet on the floor, boom, they're into their body. Or just for that split moment while you're doing blood pressure.
Or they're nervous, so the breathing.
Or the breathing, you know, find your feet on the floor. Can you feel your feet? Okay, how about, just said get up too. Any of that. Okay, so any of that stuff, what we're doing, you've got the bigger picture. Remember, you're still holding that vision for that person, but then you're trying to get them to land in that body for just even a brief moment. You being here today, again, I can't say to you enough that you are the ones at the forefront that are creating this shift. And I'm happy because I'm not so alone anymore, that we can start to talk the same language. And like I said, I'd like to see us stand here in 10 years and see that we're not at 70%, maybe we're down at 50% of the country that's still in the overweight. Understanding this anatomical, understanding why some of these things are happening, understanding how you can put all that together in whatever profession that you're working on, understanding your ability to see the whole person is going to shift you into a place that puts you at the forefront of our industry as a health professional to heal our country's obesity. You're the ones, and this is where the shift begins.